Hey, folks, this is Brian Blessing. Hope you're enjoying the Hockey Betting Podcast. We have a couple chuckles, try to get you a lot of winners. If you like what you're hearing, hit the subscribe button, give us a review, give us a rating. Most importantly, enjoy the hockey and keep coming back to the Hockey Betting Podcast.
You're listening to the Hockey Betting Podcast, presented by BetCrisCanada.net. This is the Hockey Betting Preview for Wednesday, March 11th and Thursday, March 12th, 2020. And now, live from Las Vegas, the host of the Hockey Betting Podcast, Brian Blessing.
All right, folks, here we go. It's the Hockey Betting Podcast. Brian Blessing in rainy Las Vegas. It's actually kind of nice. Something different. Cam Stewart's up in Mississauga, a beautiful burb just west of Toronto. Is that right? As the crow flies?
That's you got it, Blessing. You sound beat down, buddy. You okay? You sound, oh boy. Hope you're not getting something.
No, just,
life
in
general?
Well, it's the dog days of the hockey season. It's game 70 of the hockey season. Oh, by the way, let's see. We threw a football season in there. We had a college season.
Yeah.
And when anybody looks at me and says, "Hey, pitchers and catchers are reporting," I want to punch them right in the Adam's apple.
I got that. I got there. We haven't got the March Madness yet. But anyway, I digress, buddy. We're going to get through this because we're warriors. You know what it is, Brian? Just all I got to do is when you're closing your eyes, I just put a nice smooth Marlboro under your lip and attention. You're right back to rock, baby. Spark it up, Sparky.
No. The other thing is, I mean, honestly, this is like it's a me thing. We got to get started. We got a lot of games.
Yes, we do.
The problem is, you're in Toronto.
Yes.
Our beloved producer and
who, Mike? I don't know where the hell that guy is. Where is he? Chicago?
Our technical guru, Darren. Most of the time in Michigan, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Michigan.
I think last week Darren was doing it from a beach in Florida.
Ooh, nice.
But, we start doing this thing, and you guys are like, okay, let's go. And and I've been awake for about 6 minutes.
I got it, buddy. Hey,
I want all your heads. I want all your heads on a stick.
Right, I got one for you. Who cares? We got a show to do. We don't have we never got the parlays on the next parlay.
No, we got to get a little violin music first.
Yeah, for you. Hi, I'm Brian.
Brian's whiny day.
Yeah, bro, Brian. No, I'll give it to you. You're usually a pretty hardcore guy. You're soft today, but I can't blame you, Brian. You work a lot.
No, it's hockey. No, it's like stretching. You got to loosen up and
calisthenics.
Yeah, it's like my stretching regimen on the golf course is like 4 swings on the.
Your stretching regimen is reaching into the caddy, grabbing the lighter, and
Bloody Mary.
Your dart. Yeah. Can I get a Caesar here? Bloody Mary. Thank you. I'm Brian Blessing. That's your stretching. Let me get my lighter. Spark. Let's go. Put one in the fairway.
All right, let's go.
Yes.
By the way, you wake up, as I just did.
Yep.
And you check the standings and you look at the scores from last night, and it just tells you that it's insane. I mean, every night this is going to happen. You had Vancouver and the Islanders played overtime. Vancouver gets the extra point. So the Islanders, how big would that point have been?
Huge.
The idiot shootout, big enough to have put them in the playoffs. That's the difference. So a thing that we say we can't stand.
Oh, I know.
Is no joke, because if you're good at it or you're bad at it, it's the difference for 3 teams making or not making the playoffs.
The problem that I have with it, and we'll get to the games, it's very simple. It's not hockey. It's a friggin' breakaway. It's not the game. You play the game, at least 3-on-3. You're still playing the game. And if you can't do it for an extra 5 minutes, NHL, you're lying to us. Don't be stupid. I hope somebody hears this. Change it. If you want your sport to be respected, change it. End of discussion. Let's rock, buddy. I'm awake today. Whoa. Wake up.
This is going to be rugged. No, but so that's the East and the West, a little quick tail there.
Yes.
But again, Vancouver gets the extra point.
Correct.
Oh, Vancouver's in the playoffs. Oh, my God, Cam, there was a Nashville sighting last night.
Yep, sure was. We were on Nashville, actually, last night. I had a piece of Nashville, Brian, and I told you, the Leafs, this team, if they play Tampa Bay every night, that's the thing. Give them a good team. Don't give them Anaheim or any other team. Just give them Tampa Bay when they need to win a game. They could have murdered those guys. In the first 5 minutes, they played like they're the best team in hockey. Classic. They can't win a game on the West Coast, and you come home and beat the Lightning. Go figure. Go figure.
All right, let's try to figure Wednesday out. Here we go. San Jose is at Chicago. Chicago's $1.65. Total on the game is 6. Mathematically, Chicago has not had their head lopped off yet, but we're getting close.
Oh, we're getting real close. Here's the thing about Chicago. You can't take care of your business against the Detroit Red Wings. You don't deserve it. You're on a nice little heater for a while. Here's the thing. I can't take Chicago at minus 170. You trust the Sharks on the road? Not really. But I know there's something that you like. Down boy, loose meats, butcher. I got to believe when San Jose and Chicago get together, that 6 total, I got a feeling when, two teams that are basically playing for nothing get together, usually that's what we do. We go over. I lean to the over.
That's exactly right. How many years have we talked about that, Cam? If both teams are out of it, it's pond hockey.
Yeah, they don't care. They're not going to play tight defense or anything. Back and forth, odd man rushes. I'll tell you one thing, Chicago should take care of business in this game, but laying 70 cents isn't my style, and I don't trust San Jose, so let's just take the over, buddy.
That if you had to.
If I had to, Chicago.
Yeah, okay. This one, I got to tell you, Winnipeg and Edmonton. Edmonton's $1.35. The total in the game is 6. With all the skill that's out there, and even if McDavid returns, I'm telling you, Hellebuck is playing great. But there is no goalie playing better at the moment in a short window than Koskinen. This guy, I mean, you've literally needed a BB gun to put it by this guy. Winnipeg, Edmonton, you see a total of 6. You'd normally, I think, be salivating to say, oh, this game's going over the total. This may be, to me, one of the better plays on the card, Cam. Current form on these two goalies, I'm going under. I'm going under, too. And this is the thing. Like, look at all these meatballs last night. People tell you, oh, Leafs Tampa Bay over 6.5. We have to put a stop to this. The butcher, we've called the butcher a lot. He's been good to us. Our doctor doesn't like it. Our sodium intake is through the roof, but enough. More salads. I'll still eat chicken wings, but we got to diversify our eating portfolio here. We're going under in this game. Keep digging, Brian. And I like the Oilers in this spot. They lost a heartbreaker against the Vegas Golden Knights. Winnipeg, on the other hand, though, very good performance against Vegas in that 4-0 win. They need points, but I got to believe the Oilers, just a better team at home. It's only 35 cents. I like the Oilers in the under. You said it. Koskinen can stand on his head. I see a 3-1 type of hockey game for the Oil. Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, that game on back-to-back nights, Vegas should have won that game by 4 goals. That's how good Koskinen was. Mm-hmm. He was unbelievable. I told you before, I like Koskinen a lot. The thing about him, though, he's really weird. Like, I've seen him in person like 2 or 3 times. That's funny. Every Leaf game I go to, it's against Edmonton for some reason. And I've seen Koskinen, and he lets in a bad goal, but man, like, he'll stand on his head and make saves that nobody else makes. He's a very, very odd duck, but he's on fire right now. An odd duck, but we are not to the Anaheim game yet, Les. No. The Rangers get a W against Dallas. Isn't that just like the definition of Dallas? That's Dallas. Hey, Dallas, I got to be honest with you. I had a really good night last night. I put Dallas. I thought Dallas would snap out of it. I was wrong in that game. I'm like, Rangers, they've had their little run and stuff. I'm an idiot. I should have, my head told me, take the dog. I'm like, nah, I overthought it. And that's the thing. That's classic Dallas Stars hockey. Disappointment, game at home, 60-cent favorites, brutal, lay an egg. Yeah, and then they come to the playoffs, and they might go to the Stanley Cup Finals. Watch out. That's the thing about the Dallas Stars. They're just a weird team, man. But I don't know. Do you back the Rangers again at plus 145? Yes. Let's throw the bettors a bone here. This opened $2, down to $1.70. The total on the game is 6. Colorado, McKinnon got hurt the other night. Correct. And more than anything, I think their priority is to get healthy.
Yep.
And you've got Georgiev going tonight against Francouz. And I'm telling you, if you're a player for the Rangers, I mean, you're on the plane last night. You're waking up at breakfast this morning, and you're going, let's go, guys. I mean, look at this. The Islanders have lost 7. They don't want in. Columbus is 3-4-3. They don't want it. Carolina's got a 3-game winning streak, but to at least salvage a 10-game segment at 5-4-1. I mean, my God, even the Penguins are, falling off the map, but they've got the cushion. But the Rangers are sitting there going, guys, we got 12 games to go. We're only 3 points back, and the 3 teams directly ahead of us are playing like crap. I think the Rangers walk in here with a bounce in their step.
Yeah, no, the thing is, too, I'm not afraid to take them again. And that Kreider injury really hurts, man. If he didn't get hurt, this Rangers team would be like so just feeling it even.
I know. Zibanejad's good, though.
Yeah, Zibanejad's putting the team on his shoulders right now with Panarin. And, that might be enough offense for them if they get any type of goaltending. Shesterkin's got to, after that car accident, keep him away for a while. Georgiev can do his thing. He's good. Yeah, I'm with you, Brian. I will not be taking Colorado at this price. Let's remember what Colorado's done recently. They've lost to the Anaheim Ducks in the situation when they were laying like 250. Right now, you have to beware of favorites that are already in the playoffs. Exactly what you said. Get healthy. These are dangerous, dangerous games for big favorites that are already in there. Sometimes they're just not going to show up. The Rangers have to. Well worth a look at plus 145.
What do you think? Ottawa and L.A., the Kings are laying $1.65. The total here is 6. Ottawa loses last night 5-2 to Anaheim. They boomerang right back. And the bottom line is the team that's just they're having fun again, and they're at the rink, and they are racing themselves. If I'd have told you before the season, Cam, that the worst team in the Western Conference is going to be the San Jose Sharks, you'd have had me committed.
Actually, Brian, can you go back in the hot tub time machine? When we first started this thing, didn't I not tell you I think San Jose is one of the worst teams in the league, if not at the start of the year? I know they've had injuries, but I told you about these guys. I don't trust them. They're getting older. You're right. It's a little bit even worse than what we thought. But, how do you step in front of the Kings right now? It's 70 cents in this game against Ottawa.
They've won 6. San Jose's lost 3.
I've been betting the Kings, ever since I saw that game, versus the Leafs, and I took them before. I'm like, these guys are actually playing good hockey. Like, it's Jonathan Quick has found something, too. He's got a resurgence. Ottawa, I hate to say it, even though the back-to-back, I usually like to go with the dog, but I just got to believe L.A. just feeling it right now. I hope they don't take the night off. I would actually. I think the game goes over to the total, too. I wouldn't be surprised if the Kings scored 5 or 6 themselves, and Ottawa's good for a few. You talk about it. This has got – look at the 2 games that we like the overs in. Sharks and Blackhawks. Yeah. No teams going to the playoffs. Ottawa Kings. Kings are feeling it. If I think they get 5 themselves, I think Ottawa's got to be good for at least 2. That's over. It's a 6 total. I'm fine with that. I lean to the Kings, too. I might find a dance partner in the parlay. If you're feeling really ballsy like Brian Blessing, Big Kahuna's Blessing, you can go -1.5 plus 150 and hit that bet. You can get an extra carton of smokes.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm in on that. I listen. You watch them play. They're
fast as hell. LA. Those new guys.
Toffoli, Kempney, Wagner.
Kempney's awesome. Well, Toffoli's in Vancouver now, but you know what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry. I meant Iafallo. Stepped it up. It's funny. I could never separate those two mentally.
Me too. They're very similar players, actually.
All right. So we're fans of the Kings at the moment.
Yes.
St. Louis laying $2 on the road here at Anaheim. Anaheim's playing back-to-back nights. I honest to God with St.
Dangerous
Louis
game.
There's just honestly, they're one of these teams. I'm like, good on them, 8-2 in their last 10. And sometimes there are nights you watch them and go, how do they do it?
I agree. I look at St. Louis and go, these guys won the Stanley Cup, and then I look at them and go, wow, they look real good. Like, they're a Jekyll and Hyde team. Like, remember that night they played the Devils? God, they were awful. Me and you drunk could have gone out there and played. Like, I haven't put on skates in years. It was pathetic. And then you look at them and go, man, these guys are good. Very Jekyll and Hyde. I'll tell you one thing, Anaheim coming off that loss, plus 170. I'm going to tell you one thing. For me, it's Ducks or nothing. I'm going to pass. I see a total of 6.5. That's because Anaheim's giving up goals now. They have no defense. They have no goaltending. I don't know if it's going to hit the 6.5. If it was 6, I'd consider the over, but I'm just probably going to pass on this one. If you're feeling real ballsy and you're having a good night with the college stuff in the afternoon, I'd throw the Ducks in at plus.
You know what? The funny thing is, I think I like the game under, Cam. Now that I think about it, I mean, either Gibson, Miller's actually played good in the handful of games he's been getting in of late.
Yep.
And back-to-back nights, a little leg weary. You're gonna count on the goaltender, I think, on Anaheim's side. And again, I think St. Louis is, you want to say, well, that's one of these snaps, and they're 8-2 in their last 10, and they're doing it so quietly. The thing is, Colorado's right there. Colorado's pushing them, for home ice in the West. So I mean, the game actually means a lot to St. Louis. But I think there's a sneaky under.
Yeah, I don't know, Brian. There's only so many times you can deal with the totals. Like we like that over in Edmonton and Vegas. It didn't get there because of the goaltenders. I've just been noticing the goaltenders are real hot right now. Like look at Jonathan Quick, and his team's still scoring. It's one of those things. I'm very, very leery to take every total in hockey right now. It looks good at 6.5. For me, I'm going to pass on that game. I got a lot on the card.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's a weird card for me. You want to put a lid on it real quick? What you like on Wednesday night?
Yeah, well, I got a few things that I'm going to take. I like the over in Chicago, San Jose. I'm not betting every total. I like Edmonton. I agree with you to the under of 6 with hot goaltenders in Koskinen and Hellebuck. Our pooch of the night. I think the Rangers are well worth a look at plus 145. And to me, how do I stop taking the Kings? I'll put them in something, and I like the over in that game at 6 as well. So, yeah, basically there's 5 games, and I'm betting almost every side in total. Way to go, Cam.
Yeah, I like the San Jose Chicago over. I like the Winnipeg Edmonton under. I think the Rangers are sneaky with a shot.
Yeah.
But I think maybe, the problem is Ottawa, they show up, they play hard.
They do.
But back-to-back nights, Kings feeling their oats. I think I'm going puck line. I'm going puck line with
balls. Yeah, the thing is the Kings, I'm just a little bit leery of the Kings because
a streak's going to end.
Yeah,
too.
That's the thing. Like what night do they decide to go to the bar and go, wow, you know what? Give yourself the old pat on the back. Guys, we're playing great right now. And in comes Ottawa. So
I know. That's like the Flyers at home, right? Losing to Boston finally.
Oh, I told you. Hey, remember we did the show the other night? Yeah. I'm like, one team can beat the Flyers. It's Boston. I went on that game very small, and wish I went harder. I actually had a really good vibe about Boston the whole damn day. I like Boston, and I like Toronto. People called me an idiot when I did my show the other day, and, they both won. So sometimes you got to stick by your guns, right? And the other stuff that was obvious lost.
Cam, don't sell yourself short, pal. People call you an idiot every day.
They do. Hey,
I just think
laughing would at least beat Tampa Bay, though. I told them not to bet Tampa Bay. People, relief suck. Yeah, they suck, but they play well in this type of situations. I watch them. I know this team.
There are great movie scenes where you just, you just use that line for the rest of your lives. You find ways to get it in there. Chevy Chase bouncing down the fairway. Don't sell yourself short, Danny. You're an incredible slouch.
Exactly. Wow, Blessing, I got to hand it to you, buddy. You're really taking one for the team today. You sound like you're knee deep there, but I don't know, buddy. You need some Dayquil and get the.
No, I'm fine. I'm just. I don't know.
No, you work too hard. You got your little late night parties. Hey, I'm Brian Blessing for the Vegas night parties.
Hey, pal.
Hey,
buddy. We don't have a jackhammer in our hands, okay? People out there going, these assholes think this is.
I know. We work with the difference is, though, at least me and you work like all day. We do this guy, Ian Cameron, great guy, Babano. He's on me and Gabe's show. Guy's like, I'm working. I'm like, dude, you did one 20-minute podcast today. That was your day. It's like, what a day. I'm like, we just laugh. I'm like, if you think this is work, buddy, like you haven't mixed cement or worked on a construction site, but we love the guy. He just makes us laugh. It's like, dude, you're doing like one show a day. At least me and you are doing multiple shows. So we'll call it.
What did your dad do?
Oh, he worked at a refinery. Yeah. So like it's real work. Yeah.
My father was a master electrician. I mean, it's like,
good.
Like the, smart guy, but
I wouldn't put you anywhere near any.
Wait, how about this?
Sure.
How about this? one summer when I was 15, I worked with them.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, my hands, all sliced up. And, I got to the point I could, fray the wires, and I could put receptacles in like the basic stuff. But I watched this guy, beat himself to a pulp his whole life.
Yeah.
I spent one summer with him, and I'm going, let's see, what can we do? Well, sitting on your butt and talking sounds like a good career.
Exactly. I just said, I remember I was working in, they had a summer student program at the refinery. So I'm filling like drums of, oils and stuff like this. It was the best too. And I'm like sweating and whatever. The guy from the union comes over to me, taps me on the shoulder, goes, hey, what's up?
Union?
He goes, we got a problem. I go, what's the problem? He goes, slow down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I go, what? I go, I'm trying to keep my job. He goes, you want to keep your job?
Slow down. Yep.
I'm like, okay. After that, yeah, hey, want a smoke break? Sure. Extra long wait, whatever you guys want, man. Sticking around. That was the best. Slow down.
Would you like a latte, sir?
Yeah. Oh, God, that was the best. I'm like, these guys, union guys, they're the best. Slow down. Anyway,
right.
yeah, I don't know.
Let's go to Thursday.
All right, Thursday. What are we doing? What is this, the Wonder Years? Let's get back to hockey. Let's go. Hi, I'm Brian Blessing. I work with my dad. Hi, I'm Cam. I'm giving a shot at the refinery. Okay, let's go. Thursday.
I can picture you at a refinery.
Buddy, I did pretty good actually. Yeah, they put me on the tanks that nobody wanted to deal with. I'm lucky I'm alive. But they had stuff, Brian. Like if you smelled it without a mask, like you could die instantly. But hey, yeah, get Cam to go up and gauge that tank. He looks pretty eager. Anyway,
it was a perfect segue to the back half of your life, because back then there were oil slicks everywhere, and now you're just a slick customer. All right, there's Wednesday. It's in the cookie jar. Let's go to Thursday, Cam. Oh, wait a minute. We can't go to Thursday, Cam, until we thank our friends at BetCrisCanada.net, because we're having fun doing this.
Damn right we are, guys. Yeah, subscribe to the program, too. Me and Brian like to do it. Tell your friends, tell your family, and hopefully we'll hit some more winners and losers. It's been a pretty good year.
Carolina at New Jersey on Thursday.
Yes. Carolina's back, buddy. They got a goaltender back. That's good news for them.
Yeah, minor detail, huh?
Just a minor detail. New Jersey's still grinding, though. It's one of those things. This is a very difficult game, Brian. What do you do with this game? Carolina's playing better again. New Jersey can beat them. I think maybe we just sit back and look and maybe take the under in this game. I think this game might be an under.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's not reach. It's tough. I'm not laying 70 cents in Carolina.
Well, honestly, though, you're laying 70 cents on the road. That's what's nuts. I mean, New Jersey is not playing bad.
I almost want to take the Devils. If I have a lean to this game, it's New Jersey plus 140. Don't love it, but I lean that way.
All right. Oh, man.
See, this is what the thing. Sometimes the theories, it's I get it. And you're right, Brian. It's interesting. You do the same thing, in blackjack, do the same thing all the time. But betting hockey is not blackjack. It's not a robotic thing. There's human elements. I don't care about Tampa Bay coming back from Toronto, whatever. Philadelphia lost that game. Tampa Bay's at home, probably feeling pretty bad about that game. I got to believe, can't they beat Philadelphia once they get away from home?
I was just going to say, the Tampa Bay's got a stone in their shoe. By the way, not that it matters. I mean, it does. It mattered. It wasn't the difference in the game, but Hedman was out. Hedman may be back. It was day to day. They're coming off a loss.
Anderson played well, too. There was points in that game where Tampa Bay tied it up. Anderson stood on his head. The Leafs played great in the first period, but Tampa Bay had lots of chances to win that game.
Then Philly's a monster at home. Finally comes off a loss. Great winning streak. Finally come to an end. Good teams don't string losses together. But boy, they put a lot of energy into that winning streak. If I did anything, and this is not on the menu, but if I did anything, if I was going to hook it up at a parlay just to be moderately involved, it would be Tampa Bay on the puck line.
Yeah, I'd probably go the other route because Philly and them could play a close game. I would take Tampa Bay with another game that I like and turn them into a plus money on the parlay. You do a lot more puck line betting than me. It's great. It's awesome when you win and you get that empty netter. I just hate it when they play tight, don't get that empty netter. Right?
We can disagree on which side, which is, this is no love fest. I mean, I love you and hate you at the same time.
Correct.
Right? But the point is, when you're playing hockey games and you look at the menu, if it's Philly, great. That's what you're on. If you're going to get involved in a game and it would be Tampa on the puck line, there is absolutely, when it comes to money management and smart betting, there is just no reason to be laying juice in hockey when you look at the menu of opportunities.
I agree.
Whether I'm right or you're right, the bottom line is, if you're playing this game, there's only one way you should be playing this game, and that's the plus price side of it.
Yeah, and you can find different ways to get it into the plus. If you like regulation, -1.5, all that stuff. But I agree with you, Brian, and I got to be honest, we're transparent on the show. I bet a lot more games. Sometimes I don't want to dick around, and I do lay up to probably around 40, 45, 50 cents. I don't go much higher than that ever. Once in a while, it depends on your money management and stuff. But you're right. It's a great lesson for everybody. Like, try to do pluses almost all the time, and you'll be making, over the long term, you'll be making a hell of a lot more money. I've been noticing, I've been doing those round-robin parlays, and when they hit real nice.
All right, kiddo. We've got Pittsburgh at Columbus. I've got to go.
I have an opinion on this game.
Well, it's not our home run. It was only 3 games, but Columbus coming back home. Pittsburgh was kind of treading water, coming off a win. Come on, man. You got Crosby and Malkinhead running out there. It's Pittsburgh for me, laying a quarter on the road.
I disagree. I think this is a great spot for Columbus. I think Pittsburgh, lucky to beat New Jersey. This is Columbus's last shot at the cannon, Brian. This is it. They're at home against a team they hate. They're getting plus money. We disagree on this one. I like Columbus in this spot. I think they show up, and this team still thinks they're alive. I think they can beat Pittsburgh. I'm getting them as a dog. Sign me up. I'm still not sold on the Pittsburgh Penguins. They've been playing better, but I don't love it.
You know what I'd lean, but I think is under in this game.
I agree. That's what I like Columbus, and I like the under. I'll be playing both sides of that game.
Well, look at you. My God, we're 3 games into it, and you got 5 plays already.
Correct. Isn't this called the hockey betting podcast?
All right, here we go.
Yeah,
all right. Watch this one.
People want opinions. We're not going to give them a whole card of passes, but yeah, I do like Columbus.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I know. We're not betting every game, but
all right, I'm just busting your onions. All right.
Okay.
Said this the other night. Lo and behold, it worked. The Sabres have a heart the size of a raisin, but this will be typical Buffalo. Let me tell you something.
You're right.
Montreal's laying $1.75, right? I mean, watch the Sabres go. I'm telling you, this is so typical. These guys, they'll go 10-2 to end the season or something.
Oh, I know.
But here's the deal. The other night they're playing the Caps, and I didn't have the guts to step in front of the train, but I liked the under in the game because Eichel's on a cold snap now. Buffalo beyond Eichel is the Cahoon kid from Pittsburgh is actually pretty good.
I like that kid.
But Ullmark is back. So for the first time in a month, Buffalo's got an honest-to-God goaltender playing, and Ullmark was terrific against Washington and in the shootout. Sabres win it 3-2. You got a goalie back. I would lean Buffalo in the under. But
I don't know about the under. I like Buffalo. Montreal shouldn't be laying 80 cents in the spot, and you said it. This is classic Buffalo. Let's go on a heater at the end of the season when it doesn't matter. Also, teams that don't like each other, Montreal shouldn't be laying 80 cents. That's nuts. You're getting a huge price on Buffalo. If Montreal wins, so be it. That line is way out of whack. Give me the Sabres. Right.
That's it. Honestly, when you look at that
line's too high.
I mean, because it's why we love betting hockey. And I said this from the day started being around this every day. And it's like, kids, I'd be out here talking hockey. They'd look at me like, nobody cares. I'm like, well, do you want to win? What do you mean nobody cares?
Exactly.
There are soft numbers on the hockey board today.
Yeah, you want to play a college basketball game where it goes to triple overtime and you're sitting there and you want to put your head through a television? No. There's good lines in hockey. You're right.
I had Charlotte plus 4.5 in the NBA the other night.
Yeah,
lose by 5 in double overtime.
Me too. I see. We're like brothers. We're on the same trash. It's crazy. Yeah. They go to double overtime as a dog and lose by half.
But the bottom line is this is a bad number.
Oh, it's a horrible number. I think Buffalo, you said it. You know this team better than anybody. This is actually a good I'm going to make it a strong play. I like Buffalo. You're going to give me plus 160? Is that what it's going to be? Montreal minus 180? Are you nuts? Yeah, I'll take Buffalo. I'll take my chances with Buffalo. Montreal's still not that good. Buffalo go in there and win that game. But one thing, Brian, I'll tell you, I know how you make fun of Matthews and, Freddie Mercury and Harry Houdini and his mustache blows and stuff. You know what? Your boy Eichel better shut his cake hole, too. That guy.
I know.
He's an ass clown. That guy should shut up. Difference is Matthews doesn't talk like that guy. That guy is a cocky. What have you done, Eichel? What have you done the last little while? How about you just shut up and play hockey?
And you know what's happening?
Anyway, you like that? You like that little speech, buddy?
Yeah. Right. No. Yeah, but you know what's happening now? When you say body language and stuff,
He's
stuff
such
like
a jackass.
Well, now they're out of it, and honest to God, in the last 4 games, you see it. It's like the end of a shift.
No, I know. Yeah.
No. At the end of the shift, just the glide to the bench.
Yeah. Pouting, right. Gliding. Yeah.
Not good. Not good. But
body language sucks. He needs a better attitude. Buffalo? Here's one thing. He's a star player. That guy's attitude stinks, and you're not going to make the playoffs with guys with attitudes like that. Anyway, we move on. Detroit and Washington. Right?
There's only one way to play this game, and that to me would be under Detroit and Washington. Washington laying almost $4. Nuts. I'm not. I mean, I know Detroit's been trying, but and break them up. No, they finally lost again. That incredible 2-game winning streak has ended.
I think Washington, if you want to do alternate puck line, you can do -1.5, -2.5. This is a game where Washington could win 5-1, 5-0.
Off a loss, first place is on the line for them too. I mean, these games are no joke for the Caps.
Yeah, no, the Capitals got to make a statement. They'll beat Detroit by 2+, but I'm not laying 375. So -1.5.
All right, let me ask you this. Because we had the low-scoring game, Tampa and Toronto, I see a side, don't see a total yet. Do you think we might luck out and get a 6 here?
Yes.
Nashville's at Toronto. Toronto's $1.70. That's too high. First of all, that's too high.
That's too high. Yeah, it's too high.
But I like the over in this.
So
game.
do I. This is the game where you come to the over. The Leafs have actually played to the under because everyone 6.5, 6.5. You got to remember too. You need the eye test. I watched that game. Vasilevsky, Anderson, these guys stood on their head. It's a 2-1 hockey game, and you have goaltenders making heroic saves all the time. The game still could have gone over. As for the line, Toronto should be $1.30 in this game, $1.40 tops, not $1.70. If you like Nashville, I'm not going to stop you from doing it. They look great against Montreal, but I'm probably going to play this game over. I think Nashville might be a good dog too.
All right, interesting game here. Minnesota is breathing. Good on them. And what's really impressive is this team's figured it out away from home. And we said that Minnesota's a dead over team. But I think I wouldn't go anywhere near the total. Vegas is laying 13, 15 cents on the road here. A little weird, Cam. Vegas played 3 and 4 nights, right? They did the Winnipeg, Calgary, Edmonton hop, played Monday night. I would have thought they just stay overnight. Maybe have a practice in Edmonton, hop on the plane, go to Minnesota, catch your breath, maybe give the guys a day off or have a practice, then give them a day off. They flew home. A little odd.
You know what? And that is, I remember the situation before with the Dallas Stars. It's a dumb thing to do.
I don't know why they did that.
It's dumb. That's what it is because
it's extra plane travel.
Yeah, it's extra plane travel. It'll get you out of your rhythm. Hockey players are creatures of habit. You could put this in my card, Brian. I will take the Minnesota Wild as a dog to beat Vegas at home. They show up. They've actually historically been good against Vegas too. Even when Minnesota wasn't a good team, I remember when Vegas was unstoppable. They beat them. Remember the run to the Cup? I remember Minnesota beat them. I was like, wow, Minnesota plays Vegas really tough. I'm getting them as a dog. Sign me up. That's a bad move by the Vegas Golden Knights to come home. They'll be lax in this game. Wild it is for me.
You know what it's going to be for me here is the under. And I've been all over Minnesota as an over team.
Yep.
But there's something really going on here with this, Leonard Fleury, and it's pushed Fleury, which is a good thing. And, and there's the fans, it's amazing. Instantly, the guy's been here for 3 weeks. And, oh, my God, who's starting the playoffs? Are you people on glue? Fleury's starting the playoffs.
Marc-Andre Fleury is the Vegas Knights goaltender. If you don't know that, you're not paying attention.
Oh, no.
It's just great. It's great, though. He has a wicked safety net. You don't have to throw Subban in there. You got Leonard, so it's fine.
I know. It's
if Fleury struggles, they won't hesitate to put Leonard in. But Fleury,
that's exactly right. But you run the risk. You would lose the room if Leonard started game one.
Correct.
But Leonard's also really making a case for fitting in with a new team and all this. I'm just telling you, I think you're going to get good goaltending here. Stone remains out. Shea Theodore, by the way, I'm patting myself on the back here.
Oh, old Barry Horowitz. Yeah, give it to you. There you go, patting her. Yep.
The day of the expansion draft, when they, Shea Theodore they got, and for 3 years, and I could be, you're nuts. He's this. I mean, this is going on for 3 years. I said, I'm telling you right now, this kid is the face of this franchise. This kid, at the upside for Shea Theodore, this kid's going to be an elite defenseman. He's going to be awesome. The best. Oh, but Mark Stone. I say, yeah, okay, great. Yeah, Mark Stone, I get. Listen, Shea Theodore's got more skill in his pinky. This kid is a top 10 defenseman now. He's going to be an all-star next year. Back-to-back games on the road trip. The game-winning goal, jumping into play. He's got 46 points. I mean, this kid is so good, and he's still learning, Cam. He's still learning the ropes.
No, Shea Theodore is awesome. Probably one of the most underrated players in the National Hockey League. Vegas got a lot of guys, man. They did just beautiful player. I agree with you, Brian. So much confidence. He could step up. He can play any type of style, too. He's a warrior. I love the guy. I'm with you. But that doesn't change the fact I'm taking Minnesota.
Nope, I'm taking the under. All right, Florida and Dallas. No, I can't. Believe me, Minnesota needs the game.
Oh, trust me, they'll show up. And Vegas going back home, I'm glad you told me that piece of information. I might increase my units. That's a bad move. Next.
Cammy's units. Florida, Dallas laying $1.55.
Oh God!
How do you trust Dallas laying $1.55? Well, who are they playing? Well, Florida. Well, how do you trust Florida?
Hey, Brian, you got to give me the Barry Horowitz for Florida plus 160 against St. Louis that night. I'll give myself a pat on the back, right? I'll tell you one thing: you can't lay 60 cents with Dallas. Do they snap out of it? Maybe. For me, it's Florida or nothing. That's exactly the way I play this game. It'll probably be nothing, but you're going to give me Florida at 35, 40 cents against Dallas, a team that got smoked by the Rangers. Who knows what you're going to get with Dallas? I think Florida might be live.
Oh, buddy. I've seen you. You're a slob. There's got to be – you had to spill something somewhere on your carpet. I mean, look for it.
Yeah, I'm staring at – I still got that minute rice from like 2 months ago.
Oh, good. Okay, then go stand on it because I'm going to put you on the spot.
Oh, boy. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I see some granules of rice.
All right.
Under the table, yes.
Toronto, Florida's 3 back with a game in hand.
Oh, I know.
Talk to me in 3 weeks. Who's making it?
Toronto. And it's not a biased opinion.
No,
I just think Anderson, the players that they have, Toronto's a better team than Florida.
Of course.
Between me, like I'm not just saying better. They have better goaltending. When they do show up, they're better. They beat Tampa Bay. They are better.
By the way, and Morgan Riley's back.
Yeah, great call. That guy changed everything last night. The refs were it was weird too. The refs were jawing at him and stuff. He's like, dude, I just got back here. Like, it was really weird. Like the refs, it was an interesting game last night. I'm not saying the Leafs got any breaks, but Morgan Riley got treated like a dog last night. Guys were taking Tampa Bay's a dirty hockey team. Let's just call it. They are. They're a bunch of clowns. Like they are the dirtiest team. They hit the little things that they do after the whistle. The guy just got back. He's getting reamed. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, man. Like, if I was like, that's the problem. I wish Dave Semenko was there because I would have.
Oh,
that Cernak guy is a piece of crap. You know what I'd do in the playoffs? I'd put a puck right between his.
I weep for the future. I mean, honestly,
it's sad. You're right.
I pray for the time tunnel where you sit there and you go, turn the clock back, man. Really? Guy just ran your goalie, or the guy
fights. Exactly.
Guy submarined a guy, and honestly, and when teams don't respond. You're sitting there going, you're dead to me.
I know. That's the thing. The Leafs, they have some guys who can do it, but like that Tampa Bay team, if you're playing Tampa Bay, stand up for yourself because that's the one thing. Like I like when Tampa Bay was like a little dirty with Philly. Like Philly has guys in their team. It's like, oh, okay, you want to dance? Like that's the thing.
The funny thing is, I don't think you do this as in a loving way, as I'm saying this. I mean, because you're a successful degenerate, but you're a degenerate, right?
Correct.
Do you bet NASCAR?
Actually, I bet a couple races this year. I won with who won a couple of Bowman? Yeah, my buddy gave me Bowman last week.
Okay.
9-1. I only put like $20.
The funny thing is, I was just going to say, I'm into the NASCAR now. and actually followed pretty closely and made it. It's one of these things. Do some homework on it. Hey, I'm in.
Yep.
But every week in the car race, I made this analogy the other day on my radio show. I'm like, boy, this is a weird thing to say because the guy's a legend. But Joey Logano is Dale Earnhardt. I mean, the Intimidator. I mean, this guy takes more guys out.
Yep, he does.
Puts guys in the wall, causes big accidents, and he's got 2 wins this year. And I sit there and I go, this guy will knock you into the fence, and nobody does it back to him.
Exactly. It's ridiculous.
I'm like, I mean, if he's going to do that to you, you got to do it to him, and he'll stop. But they don't do it, so he keeps doing it. And it's almost like, I don't know how I got from a NASCAR analogy to hockey, but it's true.
No, but that's what Tampa Bay does. The little cheap things that team does. Like, somebody's got to start going up to their guys and knocking them out. It's very simple. Like, you can't let that happen anymore. They're the dirtiest. Like, it's crazy. We didn't even talk about this on the show. They're the sneakiest dirty team. Just watch a Tampa Bay Lightning game, and we'll tell you they're unreal. These guys.
Hey, you know me, man. The Sabres. They go to.
The Sabres basically that Finland trip. They might as well murdered the guys. They should have had knives out there.
They go over to Europe, yes. and Kucherov submarine Sobotka knee surgery out for the year. Nobody did anything about it. Then they come home, and Chernik elbows Dahlin, concussion, out 8 games.
Yep.
And nobody even blinked an eye.
I know.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, you're right. And Kucherov might be a star. Somebody's got to. You want to play that style of game, buddy? I'll tell you. If I'm playing that team in the playoffs, I attack that guy. What's the worst thing that could happen? You take out their star player. Like, you want to play dirty? Okay. Like, that's just me, Brian. If we were on the coaching staff, we'd have a meeting about that. Say this guy. He plays. He has his elbows up. A lot of slew footing going on. Anyway, why digress? Islanders and Flames, buddy. What do you think?
You tell me, my friend.
I gotta take the Islanders. Calgary's laying -170. They were close in Vancouver. Can we take the Islanders?
Yes, that's the point.
Calgary's flaky too. Give me the Islanders at plus.
I like the Islanders. That's what I was going to say to you today. Calgary is in 3rd place in the Pacific. All right, but they only hold a 1-point lead over. Well, for the division itself. A 1-point lead over Vancouver, and Arizona's starting to, just vomit all over themselves. But I keep saying that Vancouver can't sustain it, but I'm telling you, I'm watching this Miller. My God, this guy's how good is
awesome.
How good is he? You talk about buried in Tampa. Had no idea how that guy is awesome. I'm telling you, I don't think Calgary's that good. Personally, I just don't.
I agree with you. I think Calgary is probably one of the more overrated teams in the league. The Islanders haven't been good, but I'll take them at this price. I agree. This is the time to step in with the New York Islanders now.
All right, and then I'm telling you, this is a great time of year. I mean, this is like an immense hockey game. The get-out game is Vancouver at Arizona. Arizona's laying 40 cents here. I thought I really did. Oh, Kemper's back. Watch out. But you know what? Arizona can't shoot it into the ocean, Cam.
I'll tell you, that game against Winnipeg, I think we were both on them. I know I was. They're up 2-0. They give away 4 straight goals. How do you do that? Like, come on, Arizona. Like, you want to take it to the next level. I will say this. They beat Vancouver in Vancouver before. They're laying under 40 cents. This is it. I think Arizona at home will show up in this game and win. I don't know if they're going to get there, but
let me tell you. Okay, if you sat here, okay, you got an 82-game schedule, and you're sitting here and you're looking at this game. If you're an Arizona Coyote, howl away.
Yep.
If you're a Coyote and you're sitting there, and by the way, Vancouver has a game in hand. Vancouver is in with 78 points. Arizona's sitting at 74. This is the perfect definition of a 4-point game.
Yep.
Is Arizona's playoff game. If Arizona does not win this game, they are not making the playoffs.
I agree with you 100%. I have to believe they can get it done. Vancouver's still 14-18, on the road. Arizona's still 5 games above 500, Brian. I got to believe in them. It's a low juice price, 35 cents, 40 tops. Give me, Or if they lose,
I have a feral cat. No, I'm sorry. I got a cat. I hate cats.
Yeah, cats suck. They'll eat you when you're dead.
Well, I've been a dog person my whole life.
I'm a dog guy too.
I can't do it anymore. Right. So the one day me and Rhonda were out watching football or something, and the kid sent us a text. Go, what do we do? And there's this kitten. Picture of this emaciated kitten, the ribs showing. Somebody abandoned a kitten. And I'm like, I don't know. A can of tuna, cup of milk. I don't know what the hell.
I thought you were going to go.
No, I'm like, I don't know what you do with it. Well, that was 7 years ago, and guess who's got a cat? Well, and this thing slowly but surely has got some affection to the point where, hey, petting him, and then after 28 seconds, he will puncture a hole in your wrist and send you to the hospital.
Yeah.
But this guy, we let him out, man. He goes, he's in and out. And we have coyotes, occasionally come down from the hills. I'm telling you, coyote has no shot against this cat.
Yeah, the cat's a good underdog.
Oh no! This is a plus price. This cat, I bring a pack of coyotes because I got news for you. He'd be plucking the eyeballs out of the first one he got his hands on.
Yeah, some cats they're a lot tougher than they look, man. I don't mess with them. They're devious cats too. They play games with you. I
like
dogs because they're stupid. They're loyal.
This is a true story. Over under 17.5 in the last 7 years. Like, this thing has brought home headless rabbits. I'm like,
this cat's a killer. You have a serial killer as a cat.
Oh, he's unbelievable. I let him out. I go, do me a favor, leave the poodle down the street alone. What's he dragging home tonight? Yeah. All right, there you go. We're in the cookie jar. I got a lot of stuff here. This card's pretty good. Quick summation here.
Summation of Thursday. What do we got here?
You're playing everything. You like
the under in Columbus. I think Columbus is worth a look as plus 110. I think Buffalo is a big dog. Plus 160 is going to make the card.
And the under with
Toronto, Nashville. If it's 6 over, you think the Leafs are favored by too much. I agree. I'm going with the Minnesota Wild as a dog against Vegas. And
under.
And what's my dad's record? 3-dog night. Florida plus 130, Islanders plus 140. Actually, it's a 2-dog night. Sorry, 2 dogs and a feral cat, and the Coyotes, minus 140 against Vancouver. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Or for you, Brian, spark up that Marlboro.
All right. And hey, just for your dad, we'll end it with this. Cam is the loneliest capper that you'll ever know. Yes, he's the loneliest capper that you ever know.
I am the loneliest capper.
I love you.
I need a casino around here. I got to tell you, Brian, though, living at home, doing these shows from home, I'm going insane. I don't talk to people anymore. I go to the store. I'm like scared. Like I see shadows. Like at night, I was watching the Leaf game last night. I saw shadows. I had like a knife beside me. Like I think I'm going crazy.
Wow. So we're adding social moron to the list.
Ding, 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 ding. You got it. Cam Stewart, social moron, degenerate gambler. Catch us next week. Actually, catch us Friday for more hockey picks.
Oh, geez. Just a little ramen noodles. And when's the next game start?
It's funny you saying that. I got some ramen noodles on the stove right now. I'm making homemade chicken soup. You need some too.
Have a good one, buddy. It was fun. There's another one in the cookie jar. Enjoy it. There's the Hockey Betting Podcast. Be back with you for the weekend. Hey, folks, this is Brian Blessing. Hope you're enjoying the Hockey Betting Podcast. We have a couple chuckles, try to get you a lot of winners. Hey, we hope you like what you're hearing. And if you do, hit the subscribe button and give us a review, give us a rating. Most importantly, enjoy the hockey and keep coming back to the Hockey Betting Podcast.
The handicapping and sports odds information contained on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Please confirm the wagering regulations in your jurisdiction as they vary from state to state, province to province, and country to country. Using this information to contravene any law or statute is prohibited. The podcast is not associated with, nor is it endorsed by any professional or collegiate league, association, or team. This podcast does not target and is not intended for an audience under the age of 18. If you think that you have a gambling addiction, stop this podcast now and please seek help.
Gambling and betting on sports is a form of entertainment and should be about having a good time. But when done excessively, it may negatively affect other areas of a person's life, such as their physical and mental health, school or work performance, finances, and or interpersonal relationships. At BetCrisCanada.net and the Hockey Betting Podcast, we're concerned about the addiction that gambling may cause, and for this reason, we encourage everyone to practice responsible gambling, an approach to gambling that helps you ensure that it remains an enjoyable activity. Here are the main principles of responsible gambling. Don't think of gambling as a way to make money. Always gamble with money that you can afford to lose. Set limits and stick to them. Never chase losses. Don't gamble when you're depressed or upset, and create a healthy balance. Always be aware of how much time you spend gambling or thinking about gambling. And do not allow gambling to cause you to miss out on time with family and friends or time spent on other activities you enjoy. By following these guidelines, gambling can be a good time and great entertainment. If you feel at any time that your gambling is taking away from important areas of your life, is causing you stress or depression, or is leading to financial losses that are beyond your control, please reach out for help. Learn more at responsiblegambling.org.